Air travel is, of course, the main way Ebola is being spread to countries outside the infected zone in West Africa. Today, the Centers for Disease Control will begin to roll out a new screening process at 5 U.S. international airports. Ben Mutzabaugh is an editor at USA Today and writes the Today in the Sky aviation blog. Ben, good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, why specifically just these 5 airports?
Right, it's a good question. The reason that they have selected these 5 airports is because these are the 5 that handle about 95% of all passengers coming to the United States from the infected zone. So they're all connecting somewhere else, mostly in Europe, but we know that this is where those people tend to enter the United States, almost all of them.
You just mentioned that they're all connecting. So if there are no direct flights from these 3 hardest hit countries into the United States, are they tracking all of the patients that are leaving and figuring out where that connection is being made?
Yeah, that's something that the Customs and Immigration typically does. If you've signed up for global entry, you put your fingerprints on the scan at the global entry kiosk, and they know where you've come from. They say they're going to be able to do that for the other passengers as well. It's part of the normal process. So if you've left Guinea, Sierra Leone, or Liberia, they should know that that's the point of origin, and those are the people that will be selected for the enhanced screening.
Tell us, Ben, what's the TSA going to do? What's the process going to be for these people, and how much disruption should other travelers expect?
Right, so these will be arrivals, so this should be a Customs and Border Patrol issue and immigration. So I think unless you're traveling from one of those 3 countries in the infected zone, you probably won't see anything at all. If you have left from one of those 3 countries, you should be prepared to be pulled aside when you're arriving for Customs at one of those 5 airports. And what they tell us is you're going to be pulled aside for the non-touch temperature screening, and depending on how you answer the questionnaire and some of the other questions, there may be some follow-up.
I want to talk to you about what happened on Wednesday at LaGuardia Airport here in New York. Workers who were cleaning a Delta plane walked off the job because of Ebola-related concerns. I mean, do you think that there's some fear that should be on the part of those who are working these airlines?
It's a scary topic. So I think, whether you're a passenger or an airport crew, there's a lot to be afraid of. In this particular incident, there's a union organization effort going on. I think this is maybe part of that process playing out there, but it is a real concern. But if we use the guidance from CDC, they've been very clear that the risk from traveling by airplane is very low. So it's in the news. It's hard not to be scared about it, but I think it's also maybe a good time to step back and take your breath and really figure out that it's a low risk.
Ben, thank you so much.